かしたらご存知の方がいらっしゃるかもしれないんですけども、今回そのMyStatsを利用して、仕事の時間であったりとか起床時間、またメールの件数や腕立て伏せ、体重などといったさまざまな記録をされていらっしゃいます。今回それらを記録する上で、どのように記録して、そこから何を得てどんな価値があるのかというのを駒井さんにご紹介していただきます。発表タイトルは「どう時間をコーディファイするか」。それでは駒井さん、よろしくお願いいたします。
So, okay. This is my data for May. I worked 220 hours. This is actually my data from April. I think somebody put the older file here. Yeah, it's included. Now I can see the data for my May. So this is my data for May. I worked 218 hours and I spent 53 creative hours. And I talked and communicated with people for 89 hours. And I spent about 13 hours for connecting with people, which is about 6% of my working time. I've been tracking and quantifying my time for about 3 years now. Today, I'd like to share my thoughts and experience and try to make you to think that, wow, I want to start quantifying my own time too. That's my goal today. So what's good about quantifying time? It's going to make your life better by increasing and decreasing your time. So how do we do that? I recommend something like this. Have boxes for each hour, 30 minutes, and put the things what you did in that time. When you start a meeting from 9 to 10, then you put the meeting in that box. When you made a long phone call, you put the tel over there. This is what I was actually doing with my schedule book. Then after a week or month, you're going to put those records together. Then you can also put it into a pie chart. As you see, I use Excel. It's not difficult, but it does take some amount of time. So I developed the iPhone app. But anyway, technically, it's not difficult. So as long as you have a piece of paper, you can track and quantify your time. So, do you think you can start quantifying your time right away? Not really. Here's the thing. It's a labeling and slicing time. What is it? Let's say you are a sales manager handling two products A and B. Then you had a meeting with your team member. You talked about the product A first for an hour. Then after that, your team member talked about the product B in the meeting. Before the meeting, you spend an hour to speak about the product A here. After the meeting, you spend another hour to write the report about the product B for your president or something. In this case, there are at least two different ways to record this time. One way would be you record first and last hour as desk work and the 2 hours in between as meeting. And another one could be like this. Product A, product B. So, those are the things you're going to see. You're going to see the problem. Those are the problems you're going to see when you actually start tracking your time and quantifying your time. let's say when you spend a whole day in front of the desk doing a lot of different things, or when you read the book while you're moving somewhere by train, or you talked and walked around while you were sleeping. Each time, you're gonna think like, wait a minute, I can record this time in different way. What should I do? So, this is the secret. Start with your purpose. Let's say your purpose as a sales manager is to be more productive by reducing meeting time. You want to know how many hours you're spending for meetings. Or if your purpose is to make profit rate higher by selling more product A, which is a lot more profitable compared to product B, then you want to know how many hours you're spending for product A and for product B. So what purpose can be when you track your time and quantify your time? It can be anything like more money, staying healthy, good family relationship, to be able to speak Japanese, things like this. And then you're going to think about the things you want to have a more time for, or you want to have a less time for. You might want to have more time for client meetings, sleeping, working out, time with kids, studying. You may want to have a less time for writing report, game, Twitter, Facebook, TV, or it could be sleeping. So, I said that quantifying time make your life better. This is what happened to me. In April 2010, 38% of my working hours were filled with things for one product, which is our company's main product, so that was not wrong. But because of it, I couldn't create a new business. To create a new business was something really I wanted to do at that time. By quantifying my time, I could find a way to change the situation, and I could stay conscious about the problem. So I could reduce the percentage of the time for the product from 38% to 8% at the end of the year. So in the next year, 2011, I could spend a lot of time on creating a new business. I spent 1,470 hours, which is more than 50% of my annual working hours. The new business I'm talking about is the iPhone app you're looking at right now. It's called MyStats, and it's an iPhone app for self-management. MyStats ranked #1 twice in business category on the App Store Japan. It's downloaded more than 130,000 times in 81 different countries and regions worldwide. I wouldn't say that the quantifying time is the only reason of these achievements, but I would say that this is one of the major reasons of it. So let's review the story. Quantifying time is good because it's going to make your life better by increasing and decreasing your time. It's easy, but a little bit tricky because you have to label and slice your time. So I recommend to start with your purpose. Then think about the things you want to have more time for and things you want to have less time for. Some additional tips. You don't have to record 24 hours. You can if you want to, but I strongly recommend to start as small as you can. How about having only 2 things like study and TV and leaving any time blank? 2, don't worry about being perfect. Time tracking cannot be perfect, and it doesn't have to be. You're going to look at a summary for a week or a month. So if you're going to record some hours wrongly, incorrectly, or even if you're going to miss a day or 2, it doesn't really matter. It's okay. 3, focus on the good side. if you're gonna focus on the bad side, looking at the data and it goes like, oh, I didn't even have enough time for family, or oh, I spent too many hours on the internet, it's not fun. In order to get the good results, you have to keep doing this for a while. In order to keep doing this for a while, it has to be fun. So you got to focus on the good side. So it goes like, oh, I could do this much, even if it's not enough, or oh, I can do better tomorrow because now I know the problem. Things like this. So, by the way, there are some other activities I've been working on, which is like quantifying my sit-ups, or time I went to bed, self-evaluation for personal condition, monthly usage for Evernote, and so on. So I'd like to talk about those kind of things if I'm going to have another opportunity in the future. And then, if you're going to start quantifying your time, and this presentation will help you in some way, I'll be really grateful. Thank you very much.
駒井さんありがとうございました。でここで駒井さんに、質問をしたい方がいらっしゃったらぜひお願いします。
What percentage of your time are you spending capturing all this data? That's my biggest hurdle.
I know what you mean. Yeah. Let me grab my iPhone. That's one of the question and a main question I got from my best friend in the US. But anyways, it doesn't really take that long time. Because I hope everybody can see the screen. This is the app I'm using, and this is how I record. So let's say after having a meeting, I just tap here, then tap on it, then tap on the thing, then tap on record. That's it.
So you're not texting entries, you're just choosing.
Yeah, I already, I can put the things I usually do, then I can just select them. So it doesn't really take time. That's a good thing.
Good answer. Oh, and what languages do you have?
It's in English and Japanese, only 2 languages at this point.
So thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you very much.
As he pointed out, most tricky thing is to capture the data. And does your application connect with some Outlook scheduler or sleep tracker, or like a night fuel run, something like that? If it can connect with that kind of sensors or other devices, it could be more easy.
Yeah, I definitely agree with it. So at this point, you have to put your data into the app on your own. But in the near future, we're gonna add some new features. Then we're gonna try to gather data from outside of the app, like as you said, from the night fuel, Fitbit, or Google Calendar. But at this point, we don't have that features, functions.
その他に駒井さんに質問したいという方いらっしゃいますか？
Is it a paid app?
It's a free app.
That's cool.
はい、無料のアプリなんです。
その他はいらっしゃらないですか？
Thank you very much for this presentation. So my question is, I downloaded in the morning the app. I was playing around with it, and I think it's really, really interesting app. So my question is, you were talking about connecting to Evernote. So what kind of function is it going to be? Is it going to be like posting data from your app to Evernote, or how would it be?
Okay. The monthly usage I talked about the Evernote is actually the only feature that gathers data automatically at this point. When you set the link from our app to Evernote, then our app gathers the data of our monthly usage. Do you know the monthly usage of Evernote? you can see like you have 60 megabytes to upload in a month. Then you can see how many the megabytes left for that month anytime you want, but it's not recorded. So each time you pass out, if you are not familiar with Evernote, maybe you don't have any idea about this, but it's a story about the Evernote. Then the MyStats is going to gather daily automatically the monthly usage of the data, which is not recorded, and you cannot look back on the Evernote. So let me show you the one. So this is actually data for the Evernote. You have 60 megabytes or 1 gigabytes to the upload. Then MyStats is going to record how many megabytes you have uploaded in that month. Then after 1 month, it's going to be reset to 1. So MyStats can tell you how much you left last month and how much that you can put it more to the Evernote. So it's not a big function. It's kind of just for your information. Last year I visited Evernote in Silicon Valley and I met the people there. Then that person actually, he's Hokamura-san, the CEO of Evernote Japan, told me, why don't you make a graph for Evernote in MyStats? So I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I just made it. So it's not that big function, but yeah, you can see some information here. And also there are different functions that you can put these graphs to Evernote directly, or you can pass it into Facebook. And since I'm talking in English and it's only being broadcasted on the Ustream, so I think I can say it. That do you guys know the sports lacrosse? Like the sports, yeah. Then the Japanese female national team is using MyStats. Then the players recording their training. Then they have a secret group on the Facebook, and then players are posting their graphs, like how the much they did for self-training. Then they're sharing the data, and the coaches are looking at it and then giving them advices. That's one of the ways how you can use MyStats.
Sorry, related to that, you said you can export out the graphs. Are we able to export out the raw data itself?
Mm-hmm. Yes, CSV file.
Yeah. I mean, I can see more if you record two instances, one's correlation.
Right.
How
Yeah.
long you're feeling that morning and some other stat thing.
Right. You can export. You can email your CSV file. Yeah. To PC or Mac or whatever.
はい。
アンドロイドのバージョン。
すいません、まだなんです。
楽しみにしてます。頑張ります。
He asked me about the Android, and I told him that we haven't developed it yet. In the future, I've been saying in the future like for 2 years now. I feel bad about it, but in the future, for sure, yes.
他に質問の方いらっしゃいますか？
なんか実際に自分がそれを使って気づいて変わったこととかありますか？なんか価値観が変わったとか、時間の使い方が変わったとか。
もう語り尽くせないことですね。じゃあちょっと日本語で、お話ししますと、ですね、もともとはドラッカーの本を読んでいたら、時間を記録しなさいってことが書いてあって、やってみようって言って手帳に記録し始めたのがスタートでして、で、やってるうちに非常に自分にとってはいいことがたくさん、それこそ時間をたくさん生み出すことができたり、無駄になんとなく過ごしてしまう時間が減ったりっていうような効果があってですね、ただすごい大変だったんですよね。で、じゃあアプリを作ろう、ちょうどニュービジネスをやろうっていうことを会社でも言ってた時なんで、じゃあアプリを作ろうっていうことになってこれを作りまして、 で別でこうダイエットをしたりトレーニングをしたりいろんなことをやってこういう時間じゃない管理もしていたんで、それを2つにつなげてしまおうということをやる。で、発見や気づきいろんなことがあったんですが、一つだけ、挙げますと、分析画面を見て、分かることっていうのがたくさんあるだろうと思ってやっていて、実際にたくさん分かることがあります。なんだけれど同時に実はこれがなくてもいいかなと思うところもあって、記録をし続けているという行為そのものが自分にそのことに対して意識を高めるんですね。だから記録した結果を後から見るっていうことがなくったとしても、記録をし続けているだけで無駄な時間が減ったり痩せたり、奥さんと仲良くなったりいろいろできるんだなと。だから記録行為そのものにいろんな効果があるなっていうのが気づきの一つでした。If anybody didn't get what I said, just ask me later, please. はい。
はい。じゃあ最後に。
日本語で最後におっしゃった名称的なgood side and keep going この2つの関係をいかに結びつけるかとても大事だというふうに思っていて、ただもしなんか自分が嫌なことを乗り越えたいっていうそのパートナーを持っているとすると、やっぱりちょっとこのバードサイドバードアスペクト自分のバードアスペクト目を向けないといけないところがあるような気もするので、その辺のなんかバランスというかやり方みたいなのがある気
もしそうやっておっしゃるんであれば、やっぱりグッドアスペクトだけを見ていようと思っていればいいと思います。なんでかっていうと、やっぱり悪い方にどうしたって意識はいってしまうから、見ようと思わなくたって見てしまうんで、いい方をできるだけ見ていようって考えていればバランスは自然と、取れると思いますので。でMyStats っていうこうツールを提供するようになって関心を持って使ってくれる方が多いんですが、非常に真面目な方が多くてでMyStats ダウンロードしたらじゃあ今日から24時間みたいなですね、時間記録項目20個みたいなことをすぐ始める人がいるんですが、それ2日と持たないんですよね。で気軽に楽しく小さく始めてやっていればできることはだんだん広がっていくんで、楽しいことを簡単なところから始めていただくようにっていうのはいつもお伝えするようにしています。
ありがとうございます。
どうもありがとうございました。